After Mashiach. Well, it says, Uba leTzion goel leshaveh pesha beYaakov. The Mashiach is going to come. The Mashiach is also called the Goel, the one that's going to bring us salvation, to save who? The people that used to be Poshaim, the people that used to be criminals. Why is he saving the people that used to be criminals? It doesn't mean criminals that used to rob stores only, or used to rob banks, or used to make crime. Criminals meaning criminals against Hashem. He's going to save those people. They used to be former criminals. Meaning, he's going to save all of the people that did tshuva. That's who the Mashiach is coming for. He's not coming to save anybody that didn't do tshuva. Somebody that doesn't do tshuva, the prophet Zechariah says, the Mashiach is going to be able to smell his sins. Meaning, see the person, see all of his sins, and destroy him on the spot. There's no more tshuva once the Mashiach comes. So at the time of Mashiach, in a short timeline, first off, before Mashiach comes, there's going to be a war called Gog uMagog. The war of all wars. This war is going to, the prophet Zechariah, chapter 14. If anyone wants to get really, really scared, go to the prophet Zechariah, chapter 14. It describes a nuclear war that destroys the world. It tells you how people are going to melt, their eyes are going to spill like liquid. Now, in the times of Zechariah, the weapons that they had back then were bow and arrow. They didn't have nuclear weapons like today. But they're describing a nuclear war. Obviously, there's prophecy there. So the point is that Zechariah says that this war initially is going to destroy 2/3 of the population. So you have 8 billion people in the world. Right off the bat, 6 billion, a gun. 2 billion, maybe. 2 billion, maybe. Why maybe? If they did tshuva or not. If decide, depends on what they decide. It depends on what they decide in the last minute. The choices they make. But in general, the last 2 billion that survive, obviously comprised of Am Yisrael and also many, many Goyim, many of the Gentile nations. These people have to have the merit to live at that time. If a person survives the time of Mashiach, then they have eternity of good. If they don't survive the time of Mashiach, then it's could be a combination of good and bad. Depends. But after the war starts, at some point, the Mashiach will arrive. The Mashiach will destroy the nations that are fighting against Am Yisrael. But part of that war, we're going to be losing in the beginning. In the beginning, Am Yisrael is going to be losing. The war starts with a major war by the Christians versus the Muslims. Esav, Edom, fights Ishmael. But then after they fight, they're going to decide that it's all Am Yisrael's fault. So they're both going to stop the war and join forces and fight against Am Yisrael. And they're going to take over Eretz Yisrael for 9 months. At that moment, the Mashiach is going to come and destroy all of them. And obviously save all of the righteous people that did tshuva. Now, after the people that, after he destroys all of the enemies, we're going to have 40 years time span between that time and the time of the resurrection of the dead. Meaning all of the righteous people from the previous generations will be brought, their neshamot will be brought back into their bodies and they'll be resurrected. But during that 40 years, a lot of different things are going to happen. Some of the things we know of, many of the things we don't know of. Because there's certain things that may or may not happen. One of the things is that we know for sure is going to happen is that we're going to have to spend 7 years burying bodies. Because there's going to be so many dead people. All of the wicked people, they're not going to have a second chance. This is the reason why we do what we do, and we're trying to do everything we can do in order to get you and everybody else to do tshuva. Because once Mashiach comes, there's no more shiurim. This is not meant to scare you, but it's meant to scare you. Because that's the reality. That's what Torah says. Now, last but not least, then I'll get your question. After the war is over, the resurrection of the dead, you see Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Moshe, Aaron, you see Mashiach ben David, everything is good. We'll have 1,000 years, the last 1,000 years in this world of peace, harmony, a perfect world, some debate whether we're even going to have to eat anymore because there's really no purpose. Some debate whether there's going to be a lot of different things that, like birth, We're not really sure if people are going to still continue bringing kids to the world or not. There's certain things we're not going to know until it actually happens. But what we do know is that the last 1,000 years are going to be beautiful. The days of Mashiach are going to be beautiful after the havoc and the horrors are over. It's going to be a beautiful time. And then after those 1,000 years, this world, this physical world, will reach its maturity, and all of the people go to a spiritual world that's eternal. And there's the even more pleasure than could be humanly comprehended.